Okay, so welcome to our first edition of Stretch to Strength Pilates Core. Now, if you don't know me, my name's Coach Spencer and I'll be leading you through this program. Now, I like to get straight to it. Before we get straight to it, what we're going to do is make sure you've got some water, we've got a mat, and we maybe got a support block, pillow, or a towel to give you head support in some of the positions, okay? The rules are push till you can't, rest till you can. Okay, so if you feel like you're not working and you're getting the technique, then just stop, take a breather, and then continue with the movement. Don't feel you've got to keep going as long as I'm going, because I'll be taking breaks as well. Make sure you stay hydrated, work to your range of movement, and if some of the moves you get a little bit lightheaded, all I want you to do is just stop, maybe just pump those heels, take a breather, and especially that's towards the end of the program as we go into our plank challenge. Okay, so as I said, let's get going. So 3 minutes of movement. So here we go. So we're going to start off with squat skis. Now your feet are hip width apart, making sure you sit deep into the seat and waft the arms behind you. Now once we've done 4 squat skis, we're coming into a Cossack position with our arms. I call these sea shanties. And we're just raising the elbow up, stretching the hips and waist out. Just 4 each side on this one. And then we're going to finish off with a 4 up stretch. Now the first round I'm going to face you straight on, and the second round I'll show you from a side angle. Alright, so stay in this position, I'm just going to show you from a different angle. Alright, so squat skis, sitting back, good squeeze the glutes and abs. Then into our sea shanties, keeping the upper body slightly more forward, raising the elbow up towards the ceiling. Lots of breathing and bracing, 4 each side in total. And then final one, we're going to do our 4 up stretch. Little bend in those knees, still feet hip width apart on this one. Good, alright, and then we keep repeating, same process again. So we squat and ski. Now as you sit back, make sure your knees don't drop to one side or the other. Feet, knees and hips all in line. Squat skis into the sea shanties. Now remember the rules, if you need to stop and rest, you stop and rest. There we go. Final one, 4 up stretch. So squat skis, sea shanty, and 4 up stretch. Okay, so we're coming up into the second minute now. If you need to stop and rest, you stop and rest. I think I've done the wrong one there, so squat skis, 4 squat skis, into sea shanties, deep breaths, and then the last one I forgot was the 4 up stretch. I'm going to keep this in. I don't like editing out, I like to keep it authentic and real, not filter things. Alright, so if I make a mistake, hey ho, life goes on, doesn't it? Alright, so we've got another 40 seconds on the clock. Good squeeze the glutes and bracing the abs. Into the sea shanties, raising, should feel a nice stretch. Feel each time you do the movement, go a little bit bigger in range. Definitely getting the temperature up now. So far it's the hottest day of the year. I've kept the window shut so don't get any outside distractions. Cool, alright, shake it off. So you're going to get around 3 to 4 rounds out in that one. Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity. Take a breather, have a little bit of water, dabble down with a towel if you need to. Alright, let's reset this. Okay, now that was your warm-up. We're going to go into the main workout now, which is floor based. So again, they're all alternatives. You can keep the basic or you can progress further, but again, steady structure as you go along. Don't feel you've got to rush to the end goal. Okay, set a goal, work towards the goal, enjoy the journey. All right, that's the big thing. Okay, so we're going to do movement. It's lying on the back, feet, knees and hips all in line. And I want you to start off with drawing the lower back down towards the floor. And now the pelvic floor muscle is the muscle that stops you going to the toilet. So what I'm going to do is cut the pelvic floor, is imagine you're bursting for the loo, what do you do? Alright? So, and then you're stuck in a queue as well. Okay, so squeeze, connect your bladder muscle tight. Now, when you squeeze that bladder, the stop of the wee muscle as tight as possible, now relax it 50%. So it should leave you 50% squeeze, like a half squeeze. So you're aware of it, but it's not too intense. And you need to keep this throughout most of the exercises that we're doing, okay? Okay, now draw the lower back down again, shoulder blades drawn down. Just make sure you're not holding any tension in the neck. Now you're gonna reach up, peel the back of the shoulders off the back of the floor, and then retract the shoulder blades back down to the floor. Now you've noticed as you do this, your lower back will want to start lifting and arching. But make sure you draw that lower back down, bracing those abdominals, pelvic floor at 50%. So reach and retract. We're going to do 45 seconds of these. So keep working, lots of breath. Are you squeezing your pelvic floor muscle 50%? Are you drawing that lower back down? Are you aware that you're not drawing or shrugging your shoulders? So draw the shoulders away from your ears. And I'm going to keep reminding you throughout the whole exercise. One more. Good. Okay, so that's exercise number 1. Now, just roll onto the side here. Elbow underneath the shoulder. You can use a block if you need to support with your elbow. I'm not going to. I've been doing this long enough for build up some calluses on my elbow. So now 30 seconds, all we're going to do is you're going to come into this position here. Your knee is on the floor, supporting shoulders pulled down and feeling those back muscles that we've just worked. Okay, so 30 seconds. And again, if your knees come out of it, you can. If you feel a bit nervy on the elbow, you can flip the hand over so the palm's facing up or facing down, and that will take pressure directly off the nerve. So draw the shoulders down, lengthen through the spine. Pelvic floor, 50%. Shoulders, lats pull down. We're trying to get the lats, these V-shaped muscles, connecting into our obliques here. With the lower hip, push that up so it engages the waist muscles. All right, and relax. Now remember, you can rest if you need to. Okay, swapping over. Now you can just roll over to the other side. I'm just showing this so I can keep an eye on you lot, because I know what you guys are like. Now remember, elbow underneath the shoulder, bottom leg support, deep breath in. As you breathe out, up you come. Okay, so shoulders pulled down. Drawing that hip up towards the ceiling, shoulders down. So again, no tension in the shoulders and neck. You can have a little look down towards the hand if you want to, if you feel it's pulling into the neck. Just 30 seconds. 10 seconds to go on this one. Again, come out of it if you need to. Reposition, then go back up into it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Pelvic floor, bracing those abs, shoulders down, lats and obliques. Cool. Now that's your 30 seconds. Brilliant, isn't it? Now, it's very strange because I'm used to do a little bit of banter in the class with everybody. So this next exercise here is called really peely bum peely peeling. And all you're doing is you're peeling your bum off the floor. Okay, so I'm setting the clock. Now it's a very small movement. You can use your hands for support, but I want you to connect first the pelvic floor muscle. Then draw your lower back down to the floor. Then draw your shoulders away from your ears and then draw them down to the floor. Okay, you can hold here or you can upgrade a little bit by keeping the hands to the side, which I'm going to do. Okay, so 45 seconds. It's a very small movement. It's trying to do it when you're peeling your bum off the floor without shrugging the shoulders. So deep breath in, breathe out. So really peely, peely, bum peely, peely. So again, 45 seconds of these. Deep breaths, pelvic floor. Deep breaths. It's not about huge range of movement, it's about the quality all the time. You can hear my voice. It's quite a tough one to do without shaking. So keep breathing. 3 seconds. Rest if you need to. Breathing must do. Alright, good. A little tuck in, little rockers. Now, keep rocking from side to side. Keep rocking. I'm just going to come up to the camera here. Now, Remember, range of movement is not always a necessary celery, okay? It's the quality, the technique, the connection of these muscles, okay? A lot of us are tight in the lower back, and this is why the really peely, bum peely, I've extended that one, is a really good one. One to isolate, so don't think, right, I'm gonna get a huge range of movement. Don't use the leg swing either. We want to actually isolate, allow these lower abdominals sort of to work. Okay, so that was round one, here's round two. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is 45 seconds. Are you ready? Going back to the first of the third exercise, first of these three exercises. Now I'm going to reach up, yet retract. Now, still keeping your pelvic floor muscle 50%. Draw your lower back down towards the floor. Shoulders away from your ears. Lots of breathing. Now I want you to rotate the thumbs away from each other and continue with reach up, retract. We want to get these posture muscles engaged. A lot of stooping, especially now we're isolated. So keep the lower back down. You can get really good abdominal brace. Rest if you need to. Breathe you must do. Wow. Keep the lower back drawn down. Good. And release. Okay, so next move on this one is side planks. We're doing it 30 seconds. Now I'm going to show you an upgrade if you want it. You don't have to. So setting up, elbow underneath the shoulder, use that lower leg to push off, or you can take the top leg forward and the bottom leg back and come into a full side plank. That's it. Okay, so you've got the choice. Please don't go up. If you're hurting into the shoulders, into the neck, regress the movement, stop and rest. Okay, so 30 seconds. Stage number one, this is option number one, pushing that lower hip up towards the ceiling. Shoulders pulling down and away. Flipping the hand if you need to, support with the pad if you want to, or towels. Okay, so reach it up, breathe, pelvic floor. I'm going to stick to the half because I've done my training today already this morning. Good. Alright, relaxing down. Okay, so let's swap to the other side. Remember, roll directly over to the back. Don't worry about swapping the side of the mat like I'm doing. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, up you come. Deep breath, shoulders down. You've got this, guys. Remember, connection through the body, the lats into your obliques. These will pull in those waist muscles. I'm working on these ones because I'm carrying a little bit of weight around the waist. So this is why I'm working on these muscles to develop, and also nutrition as well. That's a really big importance of nutrition. I think I've chopped the top of my head off, but don't worry, you can see the rest of me. All right, and relax down. Now, just for fun, we're going to do each side again. So a little shake of the shoulders. Don't worry, there's only 2 rounds. Take a deep breath in as you breathe out, straight up. Option number one, half with a knee down, or the full side plank. So really push and lengthen through the shoulders. Lots of breathing. Got 12 seconds, just checking on start the time. I'm shaking like a poodle in the snow. Okay, I know it's summer. I'm coming into summer. Hang in there a few more seconds. Good stuff. Remember, quality always over quantity. Quality, quality, quality. Quality of move. I'm moving down a little bit. Okay, so set it up. Deep breath in as you breathe out. Up you go. Position number one, bottom knee on the floor. Position number two, top leg forward, bottom leg back. Hips stay in line. That top hip underneath the bottom hip. Lengthen through. Shoulders pulled down. Halfway there. 15 seconds. Go brace, shoulders. This is important. If your shoulders are shrugging, you're going to pull nerves and injure the neck eventually. You know, if not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. A few more seconds. All right, ease it out. Now I've left you with the last one here, the really peely bum peely. And I like that one. It's my favourite one. We're going to do 45 seconds. Slow deep breaths, set it up. This time I want the knees to come in a little bit further, for heels to come towards the bum a little bit further. 2 grips, hand the back for support. or hands on the floor. And we're just curling, peeling the bum off the floor. We're trying to target the lower abdominals here. Yeah, peel the bum, peel. Hold for a second, release. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, peel. As you're doing this, make sure you're not pulling up one side more than the other, because we're going to have favour one side more than the other. So have a look at the legs if you can. Yeah, they're quite nice and equal. Feet and knees are equal. Draw the heels down a little bit more because they will disappear, like mine did. We're really feeling the lower abs now. Oh, cool. Good stuff. Did you feel your pelvic floor muscle working? Did you remember about the pelvic floor? All right, so have a little rest. So we've done the warm-up, we've done the main section, starting to feel all these muscles sort of interconnecting to one another. Now what we're going to do just before we finish, I'm just going to do a basic balance today, just to get you thinking about balance. You can do this when you clean your teeth. You can do this anywhere you like, just not when you're driving. Alright, and we're just going to lift that one knee up. I'll show you from a side angle. So you're going to lift that one knee up here, and I just want you to balance. Now you can keep the foot a little bit lower, or draw the knee up a little bit further, but just be aware you're not leaning back. Keep your upper body a little bit more forward, hands on the hips, or wherever you feel comfortable, but think about these muscles, these posture muscles. Tap down if you need to, 10 seconds. Think pelvic floor, bracing the abdominals, little bend, soft bend in the supported knee. Shoulders pulled down and back. Good, that's 30 seconds. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so from there, drawing up. You can keep contact with the floor if you want to, or draw the knee up a little bit further. Now, as you're doing this, again, beware you're not counterbalancing. Keep your upper body hinge more forward. I'm just going to show you from a side angle to a front angle. Hinge more forward if you've got a more of a lordotic lower back. If you tend to, I've called it the Victorian butt. Alright, so draw the hips up, knees up. Keep your hips nice and lined. Try not to counterbalance with those hips here, because you can see them going off balance. Just draw up, keep your hips level, shoulders down. Good. And that's your 30 seconds. So that was a quick challenge for you, that if you're not good at balance this moment in time, or favour one side more than the other, try and do it whether just when you stood in the kitchen, or if you go up and you clean your teeth, you know, the electric toothbrush, 30 seconds, one side, do the other side, swap legs, 30 seconds top, and just do it until all sides of the teeth are complete. So it's about 2 each side. All right, do that every day. Imagine where you can be in the future. All right. Now, last little bit we're going to push forth is, let's go for it. Okay, so you can use a chair to step in and step out on this one. I didn't imagine I'm getting a chair because I forgot to bring a chair in. I'm going to use my cajon. Okay, so imagine this is a chair, and what you're going to do is you're going to step in and step out, and you're going to alternate the legs as you do this. Step in and step out, but keep your body in that plank position. Okay, so you can use a chair for that, but as I said before, don't use an office chair with wheels on, because you'll be flat on the floor. Now, the other one we're going to do is my favourite, the inchworms. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to change the mat direction from here. We're going to walk out, take a little stretch in the body, make sure the bum's tucked under, and then you stretch back in again. Okay, now we're going to start off with 50 seconds of work. Remember, push to rest, rest to push. Okay, use the chair option or use the inchworm option, but make sure the abdominals are braced, the bum is braced, and the pelvis is tucked over, especially on your length, on the full stretch. Okay, so are you ready? 50 seconds. Here we go. Rest when you need to, breathe you must do. Okay, so feet mat width apart on this one. It started, a little bend in the knees. Either step in and step out, or do the inchworms. Squeeze your bum and abs as you stretch, then walk the hands back in again. Tap the toes And then go right back out again. Squeezing bum, tucking the bum under, abs tight, walking the hands back, tap the toes. Now, anytime you need to come right back up again, just to have a little recovery, do so. You shouldn't feel any pain where? Where shouldn't you feel any pain when you're doing this? You're right. Shouldn't feel any pain in your lower back. Should be all front abdominal, good squeeze of the glutes. Let's do one more. I think we've got time to do one more. Yep. All right. Bend the knees, come back up again. Okay. Now, we're gonna have a quick rest. Deep breaths, quick rest. Now, have a little sip of water if you need to. Okay. Now that was 50 seconds. And we're going to do that again. Woo. Okay, so round 2, it's all you. Here we go, deep breaths. Remember, walking out, make sure the bum is tucked right under. Bum squeeze, ab squeeze, and then walk back. Tap the toes. Take a bit more stretch if you can. Don't let it go into the lower back. A few more seconds here. 25 seconds on the clock. Good brace the abs, good upper body strength as well. Good stretch, good bum squeeze, abs. 10 seconds. Remember, use your alternatives. If you want to use the chair, and rest. If you want to use a chair for an option, you're more than welcome to use it. As long as you're moving, bring what you got. Yeah. Whew. It's like exercise, this, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to do one more time. One more time. Quality all the time over quantity. Okay, so are you ready? Last round. Are you ready? I think that's a yeah. Okay, so set it up. Remember, bracing the abs, buttock brace as well. Imagine you're trying to squeeze a conker between the bum cheeks and crack it. Okay, so here we go, last time. Good squeeze the glutes, abs tight. A little bend in the knees. Just as you stretch out, just take a couple of seconds to brace even harder. And then walk back in. Don't feel rushed to get back in again. And alternatives, if you come back up, if you need a rest, you can come back up again. 20 seconds. Looking good. Feels nice. Oh, it's good bracing those abs. Oh, I love it. You know, there's loads of planks, so I might teach you a few more different ones next time. One more for fun. Yeah, squeeze, brace. Good, bend, roll up. Now if you remember, if you get lightheaded on standing, pump those heels, eyes are wide. Cool, that was fun. So, how are you feeling? Really? Like that? I know. This isolation stuff does it to you, but really hoping you feel a lot better than you did. Okay, so that's what it is all about. Sometimes it's really tough to get going in training, but once you started, it's great. Once you finish, you're like, yes, success, done it. Okay, now let's go into our stretching part now. So what I'm going to get you to do, nice and simple stretches. We're going to stick a left leg forward, in hinging forward at the hips. 30 seconds on this one. Okay, so remember, hinge forward, hand on the back knee. I'll show you from this side actually. We haven't swapped legs yet. Hand on the back, bent knee, front leg forward. Good, ease yourself up, swap sides, swapping over. 30 seconds hold. So remember, keep the chest elevated, chin dropped. Similar position as you would do if you go into a squat. It's that ski jumper back position. Sit into that back heel. Slow breaths. Good, deep breaths as we do this. I might do a stretch workout, Stretch2Strength, move 360 soon, so keep an eye on that one. Now I'm going to take the arm across, drawing the shoulders, pull them down. Deep breaths. Get a better stretch if the shoulders are pulled down. Deep breath in, open up the chest, and then swap sides, taking that shoulder across, that arm across, shoulders pulled down. Just focus on your breathing, enjoy this. I think I've just proven I can actually be quiet, but it's good. Alright, now taking the hands around the back. Clasping the hands together. Just take a little stretch. Now again, don't feel you've got to force the arms and stretch them right out. Just as long as you feel a stretch across the chest and the shoulders, that's what I'm looking for. Deep breath in, breathe out and release. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can hold the wall, step your right leg back into a straight lunge. So you can do your right leg, straight lunge, hold that position, or if you've got a little bit more balance, which I should have today, you can just stand stretching your right leg behind you. So either do a lunge stretch for your hips and thighs, or go further into a standing balance, drawing that knee to each other, bending at the knee, pushing the hips forward to feel the stretch in your thigh. Good. I'm going to swap sides now. Remember, we can swap legs, hold, lunge, back leg straight, keep the stretch there, or we can go into holding standing balance, little soft bend in that knee. Now the knees come together. Draw the heel towards the bum, push your hips forward. You can do this, Spencer. Just stand, don't fall over. I might earn 250 quid off of you being framed. Good, alright. Little shake off. Alright, so last couple of stretches we're going to do. We're going to work on head and neck. So taking the head arm across, drawing the head over to the side. Never force the stretch here, and just draw your head down diagonally and then just reach the other hand away. So remember, this is authentic training. I'm working on my body, I'm working on my mind, working on my sort of relationship with God as well. So it's physical, mental, emotional and spiritual. That's why this is all about faith within fitness. Now shrug the shoulder up, take your head across, a little shoulder roll. And as I said, you don't have to have a Christian faith. Drop your head forward, push your hand away. You don't have to have a Christian faith. It's all about building up a community of like-minded people. We love movement, we love exercise, and we're here to challenge one another, support one another, build one another up, encourage each other. Good. Shrug the shoulder, head across, little shoulder roll, have a little look from left to right. Okay guys, so that's the end of the session. Thank you ever so much. Okay, so we're going to finish off with a warrior cry, because this is what I forgot to do it in my last few workouts, but people have said, what about the warrior cry? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to shout 3, 2, 1, we'll finish off with a Arrgh! Okay, so are you ready for the warrior cry? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, be inspired, transform, inspire others. Alright,